What's going on, boys and girls? We are doing a pork brisket today. And so we're kind of getting a twofer. So I'm going to make some Cubanos. And I'm going to use this smoked pork brisket that we're about to do. Now, pork brisket, it's exactly what it is. It's essentially the same type of cut. Has a little bit of the belly, a little bit of the picnic. Um, They typically run around 2-3 pounds. I'll pull it out here in a second. We're going to slow smoke that 225 until we get her nice and tender, build a nice bark on it. And then we are going to slice that up. We're going to light a fire in the Santa Maria. We are going to grill off a ham steak. We are going to put together our sandwich with a little bit of mustard aioli. And then we are going to press it over the live fire as well. So first, we need to make the pork brisket. So what I'm going to do is pull the brisket out here. So here's our pork brisket. As you can see, looks familiar, just a lot smaller. So we got, I was putting it this way, this is essentially your point area. This is essentially your flat area, except they're reversed on here. The point area has the least fat in it as opposed to the flat end. So here nor there, just, whatever. A little something, knowledge. So anyway, we're going to set that aside. We're going to build, I built a nice, just a kind of a Cuban rub. I'll post the recipe up. Just, the simple flavors, typical for, kind of Cuban flavors, except for bay leaf. Hate bay leaf. I won't use it. I don't care. So first, we need to build the garlic aioli, because what we're going to do is, we're going to use the garlic aioli in place of, or mustard aioli, I'm sorry, in place of our mustard on our Cubano. We're going to use it as some fats, and we are going to coat our pork brisket with that before we rub it and smoke it. So we're taking it all in here. So let me get you a little bit closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm still working on camera angles around here. Best places to put the cameras and all that other good stuff. So that's about as close as you can get. This island is a lot larger than the previous one. So we got a clove of garlic right here that I minced up, chopped up, fairly fine. And then we are going to do about a cup of mayo. I always use Duke's. You can use whatever you want, as long as it's mayo. So we're looking at about a cup. Now, normally I wouldn't make this. I wouldn't make this much of it, but we are going to use it to coat as well. So I want to save some for the sauce, some for without, Get rid of that. All right. And then we are going to do about 2 tablespoons of stone ground mustard. Love this stuff, man. Seriously, I love it. So we're going to do about 2 tablespoons of that or so. And then we're going to bring in just a little spicy brown, teaspoon. We're going to bring in a little lemon juice. Do not have any fresh lemons. I would absolutely do that beforehand. So we're going to do about a teaspoon of lemon juice. And since we are using stone ground, we want to bring a little more vinegar into it. So I'm going to use about a teaspoon of vinegar, white, just straight up white. You can use apple. That went way heavy, but it'll be all right. And then we're going to bring a little pickle into this. So I'm going to just use a little bit of dill relish. I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons of it, because pickles on a Cubano is essential. So that's really it. Here, I'll just use my rub fork. And we're just going to mix this together here We'll probably hit it with a little salt, kind of wake everything up. Just want to make sure we're where we're at. I might need a little more mustard, judging by the color of it, but just season her up. And let me grab a spoon, see what we got going on. Ooh, it's nice. I do need a little more mustard though. So we're going to go in with the stone ground. I'm going to do another teaspoon of stone ground. And another teaspoon of spicy brown. That should take us more to that mustard side of things. I know the color says we just did that, so let's see. Now, as usual, this is not going to be traditional. I mean, typically, I believe they use like loin, stuff like that. Oh, that's beautiful. All right. That's what we're using. So now, let's take this guy. It's already trimmed. Now this I got from Porter Road. They are relatively inexpensive. I believe that's, I don't know, $20 or something like that. But I've heard a lot of good things. Honestly, first time I get to try pork brisket. But I've heard it's almost like a cross between some things. And it's very tender if it's cooked right. And I heard it's super good. So I figured nice slices of this, almost like brisket, on the sandwich with some ham steak and pickles and our aioli we just made, pressed up over some live fire. I think it's going to be super good, guys. So let me put the glove of love on, and we're just going to give this a coat, and then we are going to rub it. Now, typically you trim, like you would a brisket, but this might need to come off. I want to leave some on. I'm going super low, super slow. So I want to leave a lot of that fat on there. This essentially would be the fat cap side. So I'm going to be smoking this on the Cookshack, and since that's a top-down style cook, I will have the fat cap up. So that's how I'm going to start. Just hit this guy right here. All right. So now we are going to just give this guy a little smear of that beautiful aioli. Not only some people use mustard as a binder. This actually gives you that added fat from the mayo as well. So, and if you never coated anything in mayo and then you cooked it, you're missing out, man. Mayo is kind of magical when it's treated right. So now, here's our rub. I mean, typical stuff with a little garlic, little onion, oregano, cumin, red pepper, little ancho chili, some mustard seed, a little paprika, salt, pepper. But like I said, I'll put the recipe up. And we are just going to give this a nice little coat. It's going to be, I didn't use a whole lot of salt. Used only about a teaspoon in here. Typically they say a teaspoon to pound, something like that. But we're not going like that. So, because the ham steak that I'm going to be, adding to the sandwich, plenty salty. I'll flip it over. Do the same thing. I'll just add a little so I don't have to waste another glove. That should be pretty close. Tiny bit. There we go. Should get her all in there. Just like so. And let's rub it up. Man, rubs nice, smoky, That cumin really comes through in there. It's going to be super tasty. Should give us a real nice color too. So that's how we're going to go. I'm not going to go hard. I'm not going to go heavy handed. My usual MO. Because I kind of want to, being never trying it before, I kind of want to, just kind of get an essence of what the pork brisket is all about. So I'm going to let that sit. We're going to go light the pit. And like I said, we're going to do 225. And we're just going to let it roll out. We want to finish it right around that, I don't go by temps. I go by look and feel, but that typical 200 range, when everything just starts to break down, starts to get nice and tender. I don't want it in the pull zone. This really won't go there just because of the cut. Like I said, it's part belly, part picnic. So we really shouldn't have to worry about it getting too close to that pulled zone. We should have a really nice sliced meat here at the end of this. So that's what we're going to do. So let's light up the pit and get this thing on there. All right, guys, here we are. Beautiful day out. Man, I missed this. At temp, let's do this. Down. All right. We're just going to throw this guy right on over here. Fat cap up, like I said. And that's a wrap. I'm going to let her go for a while. And we will check on it periodically. But I'm assuming probably around the 3-4 hour mark, running at 225. Should be right around there. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. So we're a couple hours in, about 2.5 hours in. Clear out here for a second. Oh, man. That's pretty. Pretty hard to see, but I'm just going to hit her with a little bass. I have her down here in the warming jar, so it stays nice and warm. Plus, it gets some smoke, too. We just got, seriously, just a little duck fat and some white vinegar. That's it. And all I'm doing is just keeping it moist, adding that layer, keeping it light. That's pretty much it. So I'm going to let this go probably another, I don't know, another half or so. Yeah, she still needs some time. So I'll let him go, and then we'll come out and we'll start probing it and see what exactly is going on. So, what's going on, guys? So I completely misjudged this thing, man. It has been over 6 hours now, about 6.5 hours, and she is not there yet. So I'm gonna keep going. I probably will split the video in two. We'll do the pork brisket, and then I will do a separate one making the Cubanos on the Santa Maria, which in anticipation, I do have ready to light over there. But, hey, that's how Q goes sometimes, man, as the Q turns, But it is, I will give you a sneak peek. I just did my final baste. I don't want to keep basting it with that. But I just did my final base and it looks fantastic, man. So I'll give you guys a little sneak peek before the smoke builds back up again and make it hard as hell to see. So let me get you on in here. Look at that thing, man. Come on. That's a good looking piece of meat right there, guys. She got a little jiggle in her ass, but it's not enough. It is not enough. So I was just doing some probe tests, and she's not there. She's not there. So it is what it is, man. Sometimes the meat participates, and sometimes it gives you the finger. So, but I think it's going to be delicious. Going by looks and smell is any indication. So, like I said, I'm just going to let this go, and as soon as I get a nice probe tender, we'll pull it off. I'm going to let her rest. It's not a big piece of meat, so I don't have to rest it too long. Plus, I've been going hard, low, and slow. So I'll wrap it in some plastic wrap. Just let her chill for, I don't know, maybe 45 hours, something like that. And we'll slice into it and check it out. And then tomorrow, since it is getting late, it's already 7 o'clock. If I was to do the Cubanos, we wouldn't be eating dinner till 10, and explain that one to everybody. So then tomorrow, we're going to take that, and then we'll fire up the Santa Maria, do some live fire stuff, and that'll give me a chance to come up with a good side too. And we'll sear off the ham steak on there, and we'll build our sandwiches. We're going to throw them right on the Santa Maria as well, right over the flame. Drop a cast iron on top, just a good old redneck panini going on. So that's it. But I will pull this thing when she's ready, and we'll slice into her. All right, guys. I think it's finally time. Almost 7.5 hours. So for a 2.5 pound, 3 pound max, not at all what I was expecting. But anyway, it looks good. Check it out. Check this out. Check it out. It's going to be super hard to see in here, guys. Let me try and get out of the lights. It's already done got dark on us. Just like so. Look at that. She's beautiful, though. Give you a better look inside the house, but this is, it's probing like butter. So, but okay, that's running, 195. Like I said, that's running 179, but look at that. It probes beautifully. That's running 173. So that's why I don't cook by time, man, because time is relative when it comes to barbecue. You know what I mean? So let's grab this guy off. And I am going to take it upstairs. So first, let's shut him down. Take it upstairs. I'm going to wrap it in some plastic wrap. Lock everything in there nice. Oh man, look at this thing, guys. Seriously, you see that? Oh, I know it's hard. I'll give you a better pic in the house though. So, oh man, oh man. All right, I'm going to take it in. I'm just going to wrap it. I'm just wrap it up, double wrapped in some saran wrap, and let her chill for about 45, maybe an hour. And then we'll cut into her, see what we got. All right, guys. Let's see what we got. Looks good. Smells fantastic. I wash my hands. And it's my food. So I can do whatever I want. All right. Watch out, buddy. Watch out, watch out. Get you guys a little closer. Actually, how about over here? Like that. Guys, keep it down. All right. So let's go right on in the center here. Oh, man. Look at that. Look how juicy and beautiful that is. Man, I just want to cut a piece like that. See the center of this, what you would call the point, I guess. Oh, man. Come on. Look at that. So let's test it out, shall we? Juicy, tender. Look at that. Oh, that's fantastic. Wow, that's interesting. Not the texture and flavor I was expecting. Super good. So it's loiny, but it doesn't taste like a loin. It almost is like ham. It's fantastic. Let's try a little bit of this point side here. This should be point of the part of the belly, actually. So, that's an entirely different part. Damn good. Damn good. I'm sold on pork brisket. All right. So that's it. It's pork brisket. Tomorrow, we'll fire up the Santa Maria, get a fire going, and we'll make some Cubanos. Figure something else out to toss in there as well. So, all right, guys, that's it. That's all I got.